So, Bob, in terms of service, whether it is from planning of installation, the actual installation, the maintenance, the information that you get from the service organization, or things that we are not offering that you think we should, what are your expectations from Checkpoint Service?
Big question, multiple questions. So when we talk about new installation, what I look for is some type of program, whether it be Exposite or some of these others, Gantt project management, some type of project management system that is constantly updated daily, at night. So I have a real clear vision when I want to go look at it, kind of where we are in the installation process, whether we're doing multiple facilities or one facility, and that I can share with the key partners in my organization so we're all looking at the same thing. So I have, when you do an installation, you're probably involving my construction people, electricians, maybe store operations and moving things around, obviously my loss prevention people, and any other partners that I have. And so I'm really push the fact that we have visibility daily to where those projects are, and then we spend some time updating it. The other thing I look for is that quick resolution when we have a problem with an install, that we have the right person that's out there fixing the problem, and that everybody's aware that who's involved in that. And sometimes, we get issues that we're involved in a new install where we'll send the same person out to fix the problem that may have created the problem, and we don't get resolution. So I would just ask my vendor partner, whoever it is, to make sure that we're sending the right person to go resolve a problem of a new install. So good planning up front. I'm the type of guy, I teach my people, do the detail stuff up front, get all that into a program, all that detailed information so the expectations are clear, that the communications are clear through some type of project management stuff that everybody can see and they're all looking at the same thing. And then quick resolution to any problems with the right person. Now, as far as maintenance and service, I have a pretty easy goal. I want it working 100% of the time. Everything. Obviously, it's not realistic. So what I really push my people for, and I ask my partners, is give me a daily kind or weekly update. I've got X amount of systems, and here's your up rate, here's your down rate. In other words, we have a CCTV project, remote monitoring, and every morning I have somebody right on the board out front. We have 700 systems and 698 are up and 2 are down, and we're addressing it. The things that happen for me is when we have systems that are down in a store for long periods of time and nobody knows about it. Nobody's been alerted to it. It's not a sense of urgency. The problem is that then people start saying, well, it's not important, and it goes by the wayside. So some type of reportability on what's my current status on my systems, what is the resolution period, when are we going to do that, fix the problem. The other thing that we're having just a minor difficulty with is that, because we're an old company and we've got newer install stores, we have a lot of old systems that, quite frankly, there's no parts for, even though they're cosmetics. So we're kind of dealing with that. So I'm really pushing my account rep to say, can we find a solution? Can the service guys find a solution? I think the other thing that I look for is that comment from a store manager or a field person once in a while that says, this Checkpoint in this case came in the store, the tech told me exactly what they were going to do, they did it, they showed me what they did, they were very informative, they told me what I could do to mitigate the problem next time. And every once in a while when you get a call like that, it really does help with the viability of the program, the support from the operators. Let's face it, they're the ones that have the day in, day out challenge. It's not us in the corporate office, these people in the field and the store who's trying to control, shrink, and drive sales and provide great service. When that tech spends just 1 or 2 minutes with that field person or that store manager kind of explaining what they're going to do, it goes an awful long way.
Thank you. This is very useful for us. So what are the things that you think we should improve from your experience?
Well, I think that case, our project management. Unfortunately, we had Checkpoint had a CCTV project. It was one of those projects we got approved with kind of last-minute capital. So it was an opportunity, but it had a hard deadline to finish. It was a big project. And I think what happened is that the people that were involved in that project didn't understand the complexity of it. They didn't pay attention to the daily updates. The information coming back was kind of inaccurate, and there was a lot of double, triple effort, and it ended up in a long punch list of going back and fixing problems. So I would say I would settle with having some definitive project management tools that either your customer, in this case we like Expedite, I think I'm pronouncing that right, but you would have some key management tools that everybody has visibility to. And I think that will clear up a lot of things. And for me, it's really get in front of the detail that everybody does the hard work up front and says, here's it is, let's go out and look at the site, let's make sure we understand where the electric's supposed to be, let's make sure we understand when we're going to be there, so everybody kind of knows what has to be done, especially on short notice projects. And I'd say that's probably an area of improvement for Checkpoint.
Are there areas of service that you think we should get into, things that maybe you're doing yourselves that are not really core to retail, to the real retail business, that a company like us should take a look at? See if we can give you that peace of mind.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Nothing comes to mind other than the fact that you're already up front in POS. And the deactivators are up there. You do some stuff at the front end with EAS systems. Whether there's a natural synergy to do some of that work also on the POS registers or keypads, maintenance, those types of things, the pin pads, there could be something there that has a synergy. I'd have to think about that a little bit. We're using, as retailers are moving forward, you're seeing more and more interactive video type interaction information with customers at the point of sale, at the shelf point of sale. And that's going to be an area where no one's really kind of in right now. The vendor may put up a TV display that's informed about their product. We may put something up, but what happens when it goes down? What happens when it's on the blink? Who's monitoring it to make sure it's going? And I think there's kind of a struggle around that right now because it's so new that could be an area where Checkpoint says, hey, look, we will, since we're there, we have the expertise in cable runs, we have the expertise in video, we have the expertise on the screens. We can do some type of service type of agreement, whether it's through us or whether it's through our vendor partners, our merchant vendor partners. Could be an area.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Pleasure to help.
This is great.